Mariners take on the Anaheim Angels.
Has anybody seen the weather forecast for the game?
Lurch at it.
Here it is, Mr. Short.
What, did somebody rain on it? It's all wet.
You're so funny.
I'm funny?
Yeah.
How am I funny?
The way you said that, it's funny.
No, yeah, I'm funny how? Like I'm here to amuse you? I'm
no.
some kind of clown to make you laugh?
No, the way you
No, you
the way
said
you
you said I was funny.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Tim Kitcher along with my good friend, Jimmy Shorts. Jimmy, what's the word? Hey, where are your glasses?
I broke them. I broke them coming up here, so you gotta be my eyes today, Tim. You gotta call the plays, my friend. You are my dog.
Looking forward to that. Let's play ball. And here comes the top of the order in the first. Fires, swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1.
You know, in my day, we had a guy who used to throw like that.
Sends a blast right field, and Ichiro makes the catch. 1 out, bases are empty. Erstad stands in. Sends a blast to center field. Throws to first. He is safe. 1 out, man on first. Salmon digs in. And the sinker is really a tough ball to hit, Jimmy.
Well, he's gopher hunting there. You ever hunt gophers, Tim? It's fun.
And he doesn't bite on that pitch inside. And he would not bite at that offering.
Hey, down in front.
And he got him with the sinker. The pitch. And he wasn't fooled by that pitch out of the zone.
Their hitting coach gives these guys a buck for every ball they take. That's good incentive to draw the walk.
And that ball is not coming back. A home run! Man, oh man! And Salmon puts his team up by 2. Hickory dickory dock, this guy's big huge knock just exploded out of the park.
That pitcher's gotta feel like dirt right now. Look, he's not even looking up.
Jimmy, that one looked like it was launched from Cape Canaveral.
I went to see a launch once.
Oh, that must be exciting.
Yeah, Tim. And I burnt my retina so bad. Man, oh man. I had to wear them welding glasses for like 2 weeks.
One out, nobody on base.
Hey, man, down in front.
And he lifts this one to right field. And he'll make the play. 2 outs, nobody on base. Lost, steps in. And he wasn't fooled by that pitch out of the zone.
Oh, and he wouldn't bite on that offering. You know, that may have been a little bit out of the zone, but not much.
Moyer, and here's the windup, hitting the air to right field. And Ichiro pulls it in, and that'll do it for this half inning. After a half inning of play, the Angels lead by 2. And coming up after the game, a very special episode of My Old Man's a Dork. Corey's stinging one-liners and wisecracks go a step too far. This ripping episode will disturb you. Discretion is advised. And here comes the batter to the plate to lead off the inning. And he took a little something off that one. That was a beautiful changeup.
He had to go upstairs to swing at that one.
Just a terrific pitch there.
These guys don't show it, but they're scared to death of that fastball.
High bouncer toward the hole. Fires to first in time. And he could have made that one, Jimmy.
I don't know, Tim. He was running pretty hard. He looked like a truck with no brakes.
One out, nobody on base. Win, looking for a good pitch. Hit hard to the shortstop. And Eckstein puts it away. There are 2 outs. Base is empty. Boone stares down the pitcher. Delivers. And it's hit hard right back up the middle. And Erstad makes the catch for the final out. And that ends the inning. At the end of 1, Anaheim leads by 2. Tonight on Newsbreakers, what you don't know about your toothbrush can't hurt you. Or can it? What we found may shock you. Or will it? And here comes the first batter to lead off the inning.
Hey, plastic baggies. Get your sanitary plastic baggies here.
And that ball just went through the old man's window, and he is hot now. No outs, a man on base. Moyer has the sign. Moyer with the windup. Look out, he had a home run cut there. Big swing.
Big swing, big miss, big deal. I'm gonna go get me a big hot dog.
Fulmer takes a called strike, 0-2.
Oh, what's the matter with that one? Might have been a little questionable, but hey, baby, you got a big bat. Reach out, hit it.
Moyer winds up, and he looks at the pitch off the plate. Good control there as he lays off a pitch out of the zone. This one has a chance, and it's gone! A home run! And Fulmer puts his team up by 4. That was an exclamation mark.
That's the kind of pitch a hitter dreams of, but boy, when they see it, they usually win. That's just a big shot of adrenaline. The crowd is energized, the team is energized. What would we do without baseball?
Well, I'd still be working at that lady's shoe store for one, I guess, Jimmy. No outs, nobody on base. Molina takes a strike, 0-1. Notice how he holds his hands right up next to his ears, Jimmy. He should bring them down a little closer to his body.
You ever eat pig ears, Tim?
Well, I know they have pig's ears and hot dogs, but I don't eat hot dogs, Jimmy, just tofu. Hit hard right side. The throw to first, out. 1 out, bases are empty. Kennedy gets ready. And he ropes one to short. He makes the grab. Two outs, nobody on base. Moyer sets up. And he holds up on the pitch in close. The hitter has only 1/1000th of a second to make up his mind to swing, Jimmy, and that's not a lot of time. But wisely, he held up there. Hit in the air to right center. Cameron picks it up, gums it to first, and he is safe at first. 2 outs, 1 on. Erstad steps in. Erstad takes a called strike. The count is 0-1.
You know, my dad always said, you know, if you want to get in the water, you better start swimming.
Sends up a drive, left field. Wynn plays it off the bounce. And Erstad is on with a single. There are 2 outs, but they do have runners on base. And he doesn't take the bait on the pitch away.
His eyes are like a hawk. He is so good.
Good eye on the pitch in tight.
You know, they say ball players have great eyes, and that's a good example right there.
Hit hard into right center. And Ichiro catches it for the final out. At the middle of 2, the Angels lead by 4. Tonight at 10 on Newsbreakers, we uncover sexy secrets of the stars. You'll be shocked to see what we found. And here's the batter to lead things off.
Mike Cameron.
If I find you!
Seeley winds up. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, no. Ain't nobody gonna hit that except maybe Paul Bunyan.
Cameron takes a cold strike, 0-2.
Could anybody tell me, what's he waiting for? Come on, swing the bat. I mean, that's your job.
Releases. Strike 3 called. Right now, he's really wishing he had swung at that. 1 out, nobody on base. Olerud digs in. And he missed all that one. Looks like this pitcher's really got him on the hook now.
You got that right, Tim. He definitely should have taken a better look.
Actually, Jimmy, I said it hooked it like a fish hook.
Who's the expert around here, Tim?
Drives that one to center field, and he pulls it down. Two outs, nobody on base. Martinez gets ready. Fly ball, right field. Cinnamon fields it off the bounce. Out at first. After 2 innings, Anaheim leads by 4. Tonight on Newsbreakers, why Johnny can't read. Maybe it's because Johnny's teacher doesn't know Jack. Are your kids' teachers qualified to teach? What we found out will disturb you. Learn the shocking truth about why Johnny can't learn. Anderson, 0 for 1 thus far. Flied out his last at bat. Anderson takes a cold strike. 0-1's the count. And that was a big fat smoke daddy right there.
Hey, chopsticks! Hey, anybody need chopsticks?
The pitch. Anderson takes a strike. The count is 0-2.
Oh, what do you know? For once he didn't swing. And he shut up.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
If I'm a pitcher right now, I feel like, hey, I'm king of the world.
1 out. Bases are empty.
Get your favorite team t-shirt, man!
Line shot over the first baseman's head. Lost. Rounds first. Fires to second. Safe. 1 out, and they've got a man on second. Spezio looking for a pitch he can drive.
Hey, Peanuts! Peanuts here!
Sends a blast left center.
That was a beauty, wasn't it?
The throw to second. He got him. And they turn the double play.
And with flawless execution, they turn the double play.
After 2.5 innings, Anaheim leads by 4. Stay tuned for From Left Field immediately following the game. Then it's the season premiere of the powerful new drama, Mason's River Crossing. And here comes the first batter to lead off the inning. Cirillo steps into the batter's box. does not look comfortable right now. No outs, a man on base. And that's lined over the first baseman. Cirillo rounding second. Cirillo rounds third. And Wilson is on second with a double. No outs, runners at second and third. Guillen stands in. He takes off. It's sharply, but foul. And that ball is belted. A home run. And Guillen narrows the deficit to 1. And he sat back on that one and timed it just perfectly.
Man, oh man, that's going to hit a satellite in space.
He really annihilated that ball.
Oh, you can say that again. He knew exactly what to do with that mistake. Parked it somewhere out in the parking lot. I bet he hit a car.
No outs, nobody on base. Ichiro takes a cold strike.
He didn't like that, baby. I don't blame him. I think the pitcher was trying to fool him there.
And now the pitch. Fly ball, foul territory. Seeley, now the windup. And he looks at strike 3. That was a tough call. He must have thought it was going to be a ball. 1 out. Bases are empty. Wynn steps in.
Get your soda here.
Drives one to left field. Wynn rounding first. And Wynn has a double. 1 out, and they've got a man on second. Boone stands in. Line shot back to the pitcher. The throw to third. Rose to second. And Boone has himself a single. 2 outs, and they've got a man on first. Breaks for second. The play at second. Got him. 3 innings in the books. Anaheim leads by 1. Tonight at 10 on Newsbreakers, giant Mexican squirrels. How big are they? Are they crossing the border? And how safe are your children? And here comes the batter to the plate to lead off the inning. The pitch. Hit hard, third base. And he puts it away. One out, nobody on base.
Way to go, man!
Moyer, the windup. Molina takes a cold strike. The count is 0-1. And he just froze up like a beauty contestant after being asked who her favorite author is. Molina takes a cold strike. 0-2's the count.
Any day now there, baseball player. Any day.
Gets under it, right field. Molina rounds first. And Molina winds up at second with a double. 1 out, and they've got a man on second. Looks at one inside.
He just said, I don't like that one, throw me another. Good hitters do that.
Line smash into left field. Molina heading for home. The Angels widen their lead. And Kennedy pulls up at second with a double. One out with a runner on second. Fly ball center field. And Cameron reels it in. There are 2 outs. Runner on second. Erstad digs in. Got under that one to center field. And Cameron pulls it down. And so in the middle of the fourth, Anaheim leads by 2. Tonight on an all-new Buddies, Brock McCoy, star of The Weather Guy, guest stars in a very special episode of Buddies. You won't want to miss it. It's sure to be action-packed. And here comes the batter to lead things off this inning.
Mike Cameron.
Hey, ice cream over here! Over here, ice cream!
Fires, and he rips one back up the middle. He makes the grab. Olerud, nothing doing today. Flied out his last at bat. 1 out, nobody on base. Line foul. Hit sharply, but foul. And he goes down swinging.
You know, even the best players in the league strike out like 500,000 times in their career.
There are 2 outs. Base is empty. And that ball is caught by the center fielder. As we go to the 5th inning, the Angels lead by 2. And tonight, following the game on Crime Scene Witness Stories, an eyewitness tells the story of witnessing a witness disappearance in a witness relocation program gone bad. It's sure to excite you. And here's the batter to lead things off. Salmon looking for a good pitch. He really fooled him on that pitch. Good aggressive pitching there, Jimmy. Too many guys nibble at the corners. You got to go right after the hitter. Moyer, the windup. And that is one nasty curveball.
You know, the curveball is actually thrown with just one finger, and that's a tough pitch.
And that's line foul. Sends up a drive to right field, and he'll make the play. One out, nobody on base. Anderson stares down the pitcher. Moyer with the windup. And he laces one over the shortstop. Win, and he won't get this one. Anderson rounding first. Anderson rounding second. Rose to third. He just dropped the ball.
A base hit would be a good start.
Only one out, and they've got a man on third. Gloss steps into the batter's box. Moyer, and here's the windup. Hit sharply, but foul. Fly ball right field. The Angels extend their lead. And Gloss has himself a base hit. One out, one on. He had a vicious cut there.
I'm sorry, Tim, I missed it. I'm trying to open these corn chips up and they're so greasy.
Fooled him with that pitch. He seemed to hesitate for a second, Jimmy, and then just never caught up with it. Sends up a drive center field. And it bounces off the wall. Lost, rounding second. Now rounding third. And Spezio has a double. Just one out. Men on second and third. Fulmer gets ready. And that was just a ridiculous, old-fashioned, filthy, down and dirty, fall off the table, nasty curveball.
Okay, Tim.
Gets under at center field. Then he puts it away.
Routine catch there. Although in baseball, there's really no such thing as a routine because any ball can be dropped.
There are two outs here with runners at second and third. Molina gets ready. And that's a wicked slider. Man, is that tough.
The hitting coach has been after this guy to shorten his swing, and he ought to listen.
Drives one to center field. And Cameron makes the grab for the final out. And that ends the top half of the inning. With the bottom of the inning coming up, Anaheim leads by 3. Tonight on Practical Reality and Mishaps, TV funnyman Ed Walston mistakenly jokes with his waiter. Watch what happens when our professional stuntman and 3-time kickbox champion is not amused. And here comes the batter to the plate to lead off the inning. Cirillo looking for a pitch he can drive. Fly ball left field. And he pulls it down. Wilson, and he is 1 for 1 today. Doubled last time up. Digs in.
Hey, you! Want this popcorn? You better buy my popcorn.
Line foul. Swings and misses on the slider.
Woof, woof, baby. Who let the dogs out?
Hit hard right side. And he's out at first base.
Boy, I tell you, a home run would be so nice right now.
2 outs, nobody on base. And he doesn't take the bait on that one.
He looked like a Roman statue just standing there.
And he holds up on the pitch in close.
Man, he's got good eyes. Really, really good eyes.
Got under that one to left field. Just slicing foul. And he can't pull the trigger for called strike 3.
He's got to go sit down now. It's uncomfortable to sit next to a guy who just struck out. It's jinx in the dugout.
And so at the end of the inning, Anaheim leads by 3. And don't forget, it's Western Week at WBNP. Stay tuned after the game for the network premiere of Big Rough Saddle Riders. It's an action-packed ride. Kennedy steps in.
Yeah!
It might be. It could be. It is a home run! And Kennedy gives his team a 4-run lead. He took that cowhide for a ride. That's about $6 worth of ground round over the wall.
Well, the pitcher probably wishes he could hide in the mound right now, but there's no place to hide in baseball when you're a pitcher. You're right out there. Everybody looking at you.
Patty cake, Baker's man. Hit me a jack as fast as you can. And fast he did.
There's no way that ball is a homer in any other park.
No outs. Nobody on base. Moyer winds up. And that's lined over the second baseman. And Ichiro makes the grab. One out, nobody on base. Hit hard over the shortstop. Wynn will field it on the bounce. Throws to first, and Erstad is on with a single. One out, one on. Salmon looking for a good pitch. Fly ball right center. Boom! And he can't make the play. Safe at first. And Salmon reaches base safely. Only one out and runners on base. Anderson stands in.
We didn't even wear helmets when we played.
Now this guy is still smoldering from his last hit. Another one here, and you'd better call the fire department. Delivers. Lost. Takes a strike, 0-1.
You know, do you think he's saying to himself, I'm gonna swing or I'm not gonna swing? You know, that's the real science to hitting. Either you swing or you don't.
Sends up a drive, and that ball goes foul. He takes off, and that's grounded foul. The pitch. Sends a blast right field, and he'll make the play. Guns it to first, and the ball pops loose. The throw to first, and the ball is knocked loose. And he is tagged out, and that's a double play.
Man, I'd like to see more triple play. They should work on that more. That wasn't a bad double play.
After that half inning of play, the Angels lead by 4. Tonight on Newsbreakers following the game, the city pothole scandal grows bigger. The cover-up surrounding funds that were supposed to cover up potholes have disappeared. Or have they? You'll be shocked to find out what we found out in this shocking report. Ichiro, 0 for 2 so far. Struck out in his last at-bat. Steps in.
Look at me! Hey, I'm an idiot! Look at me!
Hit sharply, but foul. Ichiro takes a cold strike.
He's looking for something belt high, but that looked good to me.
And he lifts this one to right field. Fields this one on the bounce. Throws to first, and Ichiro has himself a base hit. Win, 1 for 2 in this game. Doubled last time up. Digs in. Win takes a cold strike.
Could anyone tell me what's he waiting for? I mean, come on, swing the bat. What's your job? You're standing around like a tree.
Now, he's not known to be a sinker ball pitcher, but that was a great sinker.
He chased that one well out of the strike zone.
And high and deep, this one could go. And it does! Touch them all! It's a home run! And Wynn narrows the deficit to 2. Great concentration. He stayed focused and was able to stay with that pitch very nicely.
Oh, he just waited. That's perfect timing, Tim. He waited, then he pulled the trigger and hit a bullseye.
If you blinked, you might have missed that one. Heck, get out in a hurry.
Now, this guy knew what kind of pitch he wanted. A home run pitch, and he got it.
Boone, 1 for 2 thus far. Singled last time up. center. He makes the grab. One out, nobody on base.
44, Mike Cameron.
Get your ice cold lemonade. Come on.
And this guy has quite a formidable arm, doesn't he, Jimmy?
Is that his real arm? It looks kind of fake. Remember that $6 million man? He had fake arms, one fake leg. Whatever he did there, he should do the opposite next time, and he'd be great.
Holds up on the pitch out of the strike zone.
He was wise to lay off on that one.
Get your hot chocolate.
And he looks at a called strike 3. And he got caught looking there. Olerud, 0 for 2 in this game. Nothing much last at bat. He struck out swinging. Seeley looks in. Gets under it to left field. The play at first. He's in there safely. 2 outs, 1 on.
Number 11, Edgar Martinez.
And he doesn't bite on that pitch inside.
You know, as a hitting coach, all you can do is hit your players. I mean, hard every day. Hit them. Then they learn how to hit.
Get on the line over the first baseman. And he pulls it down. And that'll do it for this inning. After the bottom half of the inning, Anaheim leads by 2.
Hey, Tim, what are you going to be for Halloween this year?
Well, actually, I was thinking, get this, I go as Hercules dressed as Roger Clemens going like Hercules. That'll be something, huh?
You like Hercules, Tim.
Big fan, Jimmy. And here comes the batter to lead things off this inning. Spezio stands in. There's a shot into right center. This one could be trouble. Spezio rounds first. The throw to second, and he beats the throw. No outs, runner at second. Releases, line smash to the shortstop, and Guillen pulls it in. 1 out, and they've got a man on second. Moyer, the windup, hit in the air to right field, and he puts it away. Fires to second. There are 2 outs, runner on second. And he looks at one inside.
I don't think that's where the pitcher wanted that one. See if he comes back inside here.
Hit hard left side.
Oh, he missed it.
Fires to first. Safe. 2 outs, runners at the corner.
David Eckstein.
Eckstein digs in. Hit in the air to center field. And Cameron makes the catch. And that ends the frame. With the bottom of the inning coming up, the Angels lead by 2.
I wonder where baseball parks get all the chalk they use for the chalk line. Where do they get that chalk? Schools?
That could be, but Jimmy, I think that most of it is just ordinary baking flour you can get at the local supermarket. Cirillo gets ready. Seeley winds up. Cirillo takes a called strike. 0-1's the count.
I don't think that's where the pitcher wanted that, but I'll tell you, he got the call for a strike.
And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Was that a curveball? I never really seen the curve there.
And he runs one over the first baseman. And it's off the wall. Salmon fields it on the bounce. And Cirillo has himself a base hit. No outs, man on first.
Dan Wilson.
Licorice whips. Hey, licorice whips.
Hey, girl!
Sends up a drive to left center. Anderson will field it on the bounce. And he is safe at first base. No outs, runners on first and second.
Carlos Guillen.
Now, what's up?
Chopped hard to the hole. Seeley picks it up. And he's out at third base. And he is safe at first. Only one out and runners on base.
Ichiro.
Good eye, baby, good eye!
Breaks for third. Hit hard left side. Guns it to second. And he is out. And Ichiro reaches base safely. He's 1 for 1 on the day, and if he does it again, you're going to see some flames. Wynn gets ready.
Way to go!
And here comes the runner from third. Hit sharply over the shortstop. This ball is going to be trouble. Ichiro rounds third. The Mariners tie the game. And Wynn is on second with a double. 2 outs now. Man on second.
Brett Boone.
Hey, who's throwing popcorn at me?
And that ball is caught by the center fielder for the out.
T-shirt!
And so at the end of the inning, we're all tied up.
You know, Tim, we learned to hit baseballs by hitting crab apples with broomsticks. Tim, you ever get hit in the head by a crab apple?
Every day on the way home from school, partner. And my mom used to make me wear a bow tie every day. Might as well send me to school with a skirt and a handbag. Erstad stares down the pitcher. The pitch.
That's the best thing that could have happened to this guy. Now he's on base.
No outs, runner at first base.
Tim Salmon.
Fires. There's a shot, second base. Erstad rounding second. Now rounding third. And Erstad scores the go-ahead run. No outs, man on second.
Garrett Anderson.
Anderson looking for a pitch he can drive.
Wait for your pitch! Wait for your pitch!
Hits sharply into left field. And Wynn reels it in. And he popped that ball loose. One out, and they've got a man on second. Moyer stares down the batter. And that's line foul. Pitch on the way. Hit sharply to the shortstop. And Guillen puts it away. 2 outs now. Man on second. Spezio steps into the batter's box.
Trying to watch the game, man. Shut up.
Hit hard to the second baseman. The play at third. Out.
Hey, man, down in front!
With the bottom of the inning coming up, Anaheim leads by 1.
Hey, baseball fans, tomorrow is free bug spray day at the park. First 10,000 fans in the park receive a 2-ounce can of Bug Be Off. Bug Be Off may cause skin rash. Follow directions.
Cameron digs in. And then Thursday, Jimmy, is Dolphin Safe Canned Tuna giveaway. One lucky fan will win a 300-pound bluefin tuna. Don't care for the fish much. It might be. It could be. And it does. Touch them all. It's a home run. And Cameron ties the game up. He whacked that thing like a whack daddy.
As a pitcher, you're going to have guys take you deep. You just hope it's not the worst guy on the team.
I have so many great homer memories, Jimmy. Sammy Sosa, 2001, last game, needs 1 RBI for 160. Only way to get a homer, he hits the second homer of the game, his 63rd.
He's a monster, isn't he?
Hardest working player in the game, and he earns every one of those homers.
I love baseball.
No outs, bases empty. Got under that one, into foul territory. Seeley, now the windup. Good eye on the pitch in tight. And he laid off that one wisely. Let's see if he sits on a fastball right here. Seeley winds up. This ball is gone, goodbye! A home run! And Olerud puts his team ahead by 1. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cover to get her poor dog a bone, but when she got back, he was rounding third base, headed for home.
Tim, do you hang out with a lot of 7-year-olds? He'd throw him a bone with that pitch, all right. He'd lift his chops and devour it.
That was really launched.
If that's not a home run, I don't know what is. That was awesome.
And that should do it. The Mariners get the win after a hard-fought battle.